and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kizzy if you didn't know, and today we have an exciting vlog, hopefully. I'm going to be trying to read an entire book in 12 hours, starting in 2 minutes because I'm very late, but it's fine. So the book I've chosen is Booktube's favourite. You see it everywhere on Booktube, you see it on Bookstagram, you see it on Twitter. It's just everywhere, and even though it came out quite a while ago, it's still very popular. So today I'm going to tackle it. I'm in the mood to kind of read it actually, so this has come at a good time because I really want a contemporary. I really want romance, and I'm assuming it's going to have a little bit of it in it because of the title. And that book that I've picked is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I actually bought this for my mum because I saw it so much on Booktube and all that kind of thing, and she really liked it, so she's saying I have to read it now. So I thought I'd do it and spice up a bit by trying to do it in 12 hours. So it is only 390 or so pages, which for some people might not be a lot, you know, to read in a day. But the most I've ever read in a day is 255 pages, and that was yesterday. So, you know, it's gonna be a push, because literally yesterday I did not move from my bed. I literally just read all day, but I still didn't read 390 pages. So it's gonna be a challenge, but I'm up for it. I've worked out that I have to read at least 33 pages per hour to complete it in 12, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I don't know how many pages I read per hour. I'm going to set an alarm for 9 o'clock, see how much I get reading done in that hour, and then reassess the situation whether or not this is going to be possible. So that's my plan. I'll get back to you in a little bit with actually what this book is about, because I'm rushing right now, because it's like a minute till 8 before I need to start. So we've got to get on with the reading. So I'll get back to you when I know a little bit more about the book and what it's about and all that jazz. So we're an hour in and I read 38 pages in an hour, and that wasn't looking at my phone, not doing anything, just literally reading 38 pages, which is only 5 more than I need to do every single hour. So it looks like I won't be having breaks to eat or talk to people or live my life today. I'm just going to be reading. So that's the plan. So this follows Evelyn Hugo. Well, it doesn't. It follows a journalist who's been kind of sourced by Evelyn Hugo to write her biography, and it's been very sought after. She hasn't done any interviews in years, but she reaches out to this one kind of newspaper company and requests this one girl who is like a startup journalist, but she's writing all the kind of very low profile articles and things like that, so she's not, you know, she's not like a highbrow journalist or anything like that. And she gets her to come to her home under the pretense of doing an article for this paper or this magazine, and actually she wants her to do her biography and talk all the truth about her 7 husbands and her love life. So that's pretty much where I'm about now. Like, they're literally about to start talking about her life. So they've met, they've decided that they're going to do it. I can't really tell you whether I'm enjoying it or not yet. I do think it'll get more interesting, find out more about her. So we'll see. I am getting hungry though, so I might have to make some breakfast. And I do actually have to do French uni work, so I probably should get that done now. I'll get back to you probably when I'm a little bit more into it, just so I can give you a bit more of an idea of whether or not I'm liking it. I'll check in with you later. Okay, so it's currently just after 12, so we've been doing it for 4 hours now, and I've just passed, like, I'm almost at the 150 page mark, so I think we're on track. I'm hoping so. Anyway, so my thoughts so far. I think this book is really easy to read, if that makes sense. So if this was a TV series, I would be binge watching it, like I would be wanting to watch the next thing. Not necessarily because it's like cliffhangery or anything, I just think that's the kind of style it is, maybe because it's like a Hollywood setting and all that kind of thing, but I definitely think it gives that kind of impression, if that makes sense. Like, I do just want to keep reading it. Like, it is super easy to kind of read and get involved with the characters and stuff like that, and they are kind of soap opera like because of their nature. Like, they are like actors and actresses of Hollywood who are just trying to make themselves famous and that kind of thing. But even though that's the kind of style it is, this book deals with like really important topics in a really good way. Like, they handle it really well. So I've just got to a bit in the book where she's just divorcing her 2nd husband. I don't think that's a spoiler because she has 7 husbands, so unless she kills them all, then she'll divorce them. But she is also kind of discovering her own bisexuality at the same time, and exploring that both in the modern age as she kind of retells it, the story, to the reporter, and she kind of misconstrues it all as her assuming that she's therefore gay, and she's like, well, no, I did, you know, it's much more complex than that straightforward kind of dissecting that I think modern society does quite a lot. And also exploring obviously how it was when she was discovering it, so the kind of prejudice against that, the homophobic kind of experience that people got and stuff like that from exploring their sexuality and just being anything other than straight in that society. So I think that's all unravelling now, so I think it will get much more into that, but I do think already it's handling it in a really interesting and kind of insightful way, as it explores kind of not just the straightforwardness of being straight or being gay and kind of the complex side of bisexuality and things like that. So I think that's, yeah, it's very insightful in that way, and I think it does handle it in a really good way, and exploring it in a way that not a lot of people would necessarily understand it to be. So we're about to hit the halfway mark. It's about 20 to 2, and 2 o'clock is halfway through the 12 hours that I'm reading, and we're over halfway in the book, so we are definitely on track. I'm on 210, so it's going okay. It's going okay, I don't want to jinx it, but it's going alright. I haven't lost my momentum yet, so it's still going. And Evelyn Hugo is just, she's the woman that you want to be, but no, you can never be. Not because she's like an amazingly beautiful like person or a Hollywood actor, but she literally does, like, she just doesn't really, she just gets what she wants by manipulating people in ways that I could never think to do. Look who just walked in. Boo. She's ignoring me. But yeah, she just, like, we're on marriage number 4, I think, now. And, you know, that's just, yeah, she just uses people to get what she wants. She's not bitter about it. She's not, like, apologetic about it. She just does it. She wants to be famous. She wants to be rich. And there ain't nobody stopping her from getting it. And, you know, good on you. Good on you. It doesn't always work out. And it's definitely not always fair, the methods that she has to go to get them. But that doesn't mean that she's afraid to go and do it. And I'm not saying that we should all have to do the things that she does to get what she does. Obviously she uses her body quite a lot and is taken advantage, I would say, quite a lot because of her body, and obviously that's not what we should have to do to get what we want in life. But again, she's not apologetic for it, and she's surviving the only way that she can in that kind of time and get what she wants in that time, which I think, you know, pretty impressive. Another thing is that, like, these characters feel real. Like, they feel like real famous people that I want to look up on my phone and see what's going on in their life now, what are they like now, who they ended up marrying, and all that kind of thing that you do get when you watch like a film or something like that, or I do anyway. I'm a very nosy person. So they do feel real. Like, I find myself wanting to Google their names and see if they're actually real characters, and I don't think they are. So it's just, it's quite addictive. It is quite an addictive book, and it's also kind of going into grappling more about her kind of racial identity as well now. So she is a Cuban American, and she kind of has lost her Cuban identity because she's just found it easier to live in society in America without having that with the kind of conflicts that's going on with Cuba at the moment. So she hasn't spoken Spanish for years and things like that, and she's just got a maid that speaks Spanish, and she spoke Spanish for the first time, and she felt weird, like she was kind of not right to speak that language anymore because she's kind of lost that side of it, or kind of, I suppose, dropped that side of her, that kind of part of her identity. And I think it's definitely, it deals with a lot of really interesting and complex ideas and problems of society and modern society, because I think a lot of, even though obviously a lot of the time that she's talking about is like the 60s and 70s, it definitely still translates into like what life is like now. Like, it hasn't changed that much really for a lot of things, and not as much as you would have expected it to, or it needs to. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. I don't think it's difficult to read this in a day. Well, I mean, I literally haven't done anything else. I've literally just been reading for non-stop for about 6 hours now. So might be going a bit star crazy, but it's fine. My mum's gone out to get food for the week and I've sent her on a snack hunt. Hopefully she comes back with the goods. But we shall see. And I've got Boo for company, even though I annoy her so much. So yeah, gonna keep reading, gonna keep the streak up. Hopefully I'll finish it before 8 o'clock. I feel like it's likely. I'm feeling positive as we go forward. So I have 100 pages left of Evelyn Hugo and it's currently 4 minutes to 5, so I have 3 hours to finish it. I'm thinking I can do it. I think I can do it. We should be easily able to do it, hopefully, but we'll find out. But yeah, I am loving this book. It is so insightful and it deals with such heavy topics, but in a way that really makes you kind of understand them and just gives more knowledge and shines more of a light on those things, like the struggles of kind of sexuality and what women went through at a period where they kind of weren't meant to have sexual agency and they weren't believed to be proper if they had it or had any kind of need or desires other than romantic. And it also deals with kind of racial identity. Both Evelyn Hugo's and the main character are biracial and they kind of have parallels that journalist is kind of learning from Evelyn Hugo's experience and kind of developing herself as a biracial woman in America and what that's like and how she kind of deals with that and how she kind of gains confidence from her whole experience of talking to Evelyn Hugo and just seeing life from a perspective of a woman who kind of just took no shit and just did what she wanted to do, not without consequences. Like, she admits in itself that she's probably not the nicest of people and she doesn't want to come across as that. She is quite cutthroat in the way that she goes about things, and in some ways she's not apologetic at all, but in some ways she regrets how she's handled things with certain people and things like that. And it's just, I obviously can't say on the racial side of things how accurate it is or anything like that, but I'd definitely be interested to see if it was an accurate representation or as insightful as it seems to be to me from an outside perspective. Yeah, I just think it's a really good book and I would highly recommend it so far. They have hinted at the ending that there's going to be a massive big reveal and I can't wait to find out what it is because I'm sure it's something to do with how Evelyn Hugo and the reporter are connected, because they must be connected and it's hinted at they must be connected and then it's going to be a big reveal and really dramatic and all that kind of juicy stuff. But for the life of me I can't think of what it would be. I feel like they must be related, but I said that to my mum and she just kind of went like I didn't know what I was talking about, so I have no idea. I think that's probably wrong. But we'll find out. As I said, I've only got 100 pages left, 3 hours to do it. Let's go. 30 pages to go and I'm crying. This is a very sad story. It's very sad. This is the second time I've cried because it's sad on both accounts. If you've read it, you'll know probably the two things I'm crying over. It's a very sad story and I think it's probably sadly quite true for a lot of people, how their kind of love turned out. Oh, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna finish it. Got 30 pages left and I'll be back more composed. I did it, guys, with an hour and 9 minutes to spare. So I really hope this is in focus. I finished the book. Oh my gosh, it's I don't even know how to. This is a Booktube favourite for a reason. That ending was just so much more complex and I just don't even know. Everyone has to read this book. I'm sorry, but they do. that ending was just, I didn't see it coming. I just realised I've been covering up the mic for that whole thing, so I'm going to repeat everything I said. I didn't even say anything. I've just been like sitting here just starting sentences and not finishing them. This book, everyone has to read it. It is a Booktube favourite for a reason, and that reason is that it is incredible. The ending, oh my gosh, I did not expect that. It deals with so many complex emotions and things that make up life in general, and how love, sex and sexuality are all different kind of entities that are different for each people, and they mould together in different ways for every individual person, and how that kind of isn't always seen in society. They're often muddled up as the same thing, and I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm probably not even making any sense, but I just thought that, yeah, it's a very good book, and it deals just so many complex things that I'm not even going to be able to explain them in anything near as adequate as they need to be explained. But I would highly recommend you read it. You can read it in a day or 10 hours and 51 minutes, as I managed to. Yeah, read it. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm probably just going to round this off now because I don't even know what I'm going to say. But it's 5 stars, definitely. If you haven't read it, you need to. If you're at all interested in those kind of explorations of what makes up love, what makes up sexuality, what makes up sex and the acts of that, and passion and love, and kind of just all those things, you definitely need to read it. And just what makes you human, what makes life the messy, complicated thing that it is, all that stuff, you just need to read it. Man alive, I cried 3 times. 3 times, teared up another time, was shocked by the twist at the end, was absolutely shocked, and I feel like I should have seen it coming, but I completely missed it. But I don't know. Let me know if you saw that, but I didn't. Yeah. I can't even speak right now. Oh, I haven't felt this way about a book in a long time. So it's not necessarily, it's a weird book because it's not like I enjoyed it. I did enjoy aspects of it, and like it was a little bit like reading about famous celebrities, and it kind of did have that Hollywood feel to it. But the more it went on and the more kind of it delved into these things and the complexities of these things, and itself is like a really complex book, and the way it kind of moves between Evelyn and the journalist who's doing the autobiography, and the kind of how they interconnect, and how she kind of brings things from Evelyn's life into her own, and kind of, it's just, yeah, it's very good. I'm gonna stop rambling now. So yeah, if you like this vlog, thank you for liking it. If you made it this far, thank you for liking it. I can't believe I finished it, actually. I just kind of, the more I went through it, the more I wanted to keep reading it, to be fair. So it wasn't like it was that difficult, really. Bloody marvellous. Get a copy if you've not got one. Okay, I'm going to leave you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to. Comment if you'd like to. Like if you'd like to. And I shall see you in the next video.